So,
yeah. And, and that does happen where it's unexpected, or someone wins the lottery or gambling money or things like that. And they're just they weren't expecting it at all. You can call the marketplace and have that readjusted mid-year, but you'll still have to pay back for the previous months that you got too much coverage or too much assistance.
So it's always a good idea for them, if they have, again, a positive thing to working with you as a licensed agent, is you're always aware of those types of things. And so I think that you always tell people, hey, if you have a major lifestyle change income wise, let me know.
Yes,
we need to adjust this, because we can adjust it on the fly.
And we also help them think for the future and say, okay, well, yes, you're planning on getting a different job later in the year. Okay, well, we need to think about, is that going to be the same pay? Is it going to be more? Do you need to increase your income? Do you need to look at, maybe not take as much of the subsidy per month, so that way you don't have to pay anything back?
I want to keep us on task just because I don't want us to run out of time again. One thing that we talked about barely hit on, was the opportunity for some Native American plans. Can you expand upon that? Because we do have a large number of Native American population here in the state of Oklahoma and our surrounding states. So could you please tell us what you do in that category and how you can help those individuals?
Absolutely. So being in the heart of Oklahoma, we naturally have a very high Native American population. And so when I first started, I actually got licensed right before the ACA went into effect. And so when I was first starting back in 2013, 2014, I started to notice that there were drastic differences on tribal members' plans versus a standard plan that was available. And it's not a very advertised thing. It was just implemented with the ACA, and a lot of people still don't even know about it. So naturally, I was helping those people. We were getting more and more referrals for that. We have lots, like I said, in Oklahoma, you can drive around and every other license plate tag is a different tribe. And that's not the way it is at a lot of places. It just so happens we're in the right place at the right time. But so essentially what it does is, if you're within certain income guidelines, so if you're within that 100% to 300% of the poverty level, you can get a plan, and you're a member of a federally recognized tribe. So it has to be federally recognized. But if you fit within the criteria to qualify for the tax credit and you're within that certain income range, then everything's paid 100% for you. Your cost sharing is zero on your plan. So you have a zero deductible, zero out-of-pocket maximum, zero co-pays. Anything that would normally be covered by the insurance company is paid 100% on your for you being a tribal member. And the best part about it is you get those benefits no matter if you're on a bronze, silver, gold plan, platinum plan, whatever it may be, you're getting those same benefits. So usually on a bronze plan, you would have a free plan. Mm-hmm. Most of our clients have free plans. They don't pay anything per month because that subsidy covers their entire premium. But if you're higher, on the higher end of the income scale, you may pay a little bit, or, $50 a month or $100 a month, but usually it's pretty low cost. And that allows you to use benefits outside the tribe. So you don't need referrals from the tribe anymore. You don't have to go to the tribe and work through that system. You can continue to use the insurance at the tribe, which is a huge benefit to the tribe anyway, because they are getting that reimbursement back from the insurance company. Instead of having to fork over money to cover your expenses, they're actually getting paid to cover your expenses then. So it really helps with their funding. Awesome. So, and so you can use, some companies have nationwide coverage, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Oklahoma has a nationwide PPO. So even if you're living in, New York or something, or if you travel to New York often and you have a Blue Cross Blue Shield of Oklahoma plan, you have their Blue Card network, where they can, you can travel and have those native benefits go with you. So a lot of times with tribal members, they move away, and all of a sudden, even though we have a lot of tribal clinics here in Oklahoma, you get too far from Oklahoma and you don't have anywhere you can go. except for
Right.
driving back to Oklahoma for your
Sure.
care. So this is a much smarter way to be able to get those tribal members the coverage they need and they deserve without having to be tied to that system through the tribe.
Perfect. Gosh, as always, we appreciate your time. Lauren, let our audience know, how can they reach you? Are you best through email, phone? What's the best contact info for you?
Really, calling us would be fine. We have an office in Coweta, Oklahoma. So our number is 918-876-0999. You can also find us on Facebook. We're really active there on social media. It's Native Oklahoma Insurance. Now, we do have, most of our clients are tribal members, and that's kind of our bread and butter that we work with, that clientele, but we can service anyone, whether they're a tribal member or not. We work with self-employed people, families, children coming off of policies like you were talking about. So we can assist anyone, whether they're tribal or not, but that's just kind of our specialty that we work with those programs on.
Awesome. Thanks so much for your information.
Thank you.
Disclaimer. Subjects that we discuss on the podcast are meant to be used as topics of conversation. All figures given are sheer examples. All information is subject to change and probably has changed since the airing of this podcast. Rates and figures change depending upon the demographic in which you live. Anything discussed in this podcast is our opinion. We do not represent Medicare, any governmental agencies, or any of the carrier partners on the show. Each person should do their own research on the various websites to ensure accuracy.